When we think of a coach, we think of a person leading young men or women on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, or Saturdays. But the original definition of a coach didn't really have anything to do with an individual.
It's a covered carriage that takes a person of importance from where they are to where they want or need to go. When we think about that definition, it applies to what coaches do, what good coaches do even today.
There are a lot of coaches across the area making an impact in changing young people's lives. But let's start with one of the longest tenured coaches in Northwest Missouri.
He's just an icon of St. Joe.
For nearly 4.5 decades, Tony Dudik continues to coach.
About 2 years into it, it hit me that not only is it a privilege to be a coach, but it's a huge responsibility because you can break or make a young man at that most critical, or a young lady at that most critical point in their life.
Dudik coached a majority of his career at Central High School and spent the last decade or so at Bishop LeBlond before retiring from being a head coach 2 years ago. But this story doesn't concentrate just on the Tony Dudik of Friday nights. It's much more than that.
How would you describe Coach Dudik?
Describe Coach Dudik. I mean, there's a million words.
Father figure, a teacher, coach.
Selfless, dedicated, passionate, hardworking.
He won't say it. He says he says Coach Dudik, not Saint Dudik, but he is 100% a saint.
After the first few seasons in Dudik's coaching career, he did learn something many coaches at one point or another face.
If I've hurt somebody's feelings during that 2-hour period, I can promise you that at the end of practice, there's going to be a positive statement coming from me. So when that young guy leaves, he goes, Coach does care about me.
Dudik knew there was a lot more to coaching than just wins and losses.
Good, go, go, go.
Michael Hill, for example, played for Dudik at Central, went on to Missouri Western, ending up in the NFL. But Hill says without Coach's impact, he may not have made it.
Growing up, being a kid in St. Joe, not many people make it out of here with football. But, the little things that he used to say, you get what you put in, if there's no deposit, there's no return.
For others, the impact Dudik made was felt in high school, like Jacob Willis. But maybe the larger influence came post-high school, when Dudik brought Willis on to coach at LeBlond.
It was a tough time in my life, so just him taking me under his wing there, it was huge for me. It really boosted my confidence there.
One thing's for sure, Dudik's coaching style demanded you to be your best. Not because he was angry or didn't care about you. In fact, the complete opposite. He wanted to get the best out of you on the field so it can help a young person grow for the rest of their lives.
I wouldn't have the morals and values I have today. I probably wouldn't have got a scholarship to Missouri Western. I probably wouldn't have been in the NFL and, much more. It's just a ripple effect from there.
I think it would be a lot different and not for the better. I'm thankful and owe him a lot for the type of person I am and turned out to be, and I couldn't thank him enough for that.